Ooh. Hello, welcome to That's English.
Hello.
Today we're visiting the Park Hotel for an episode about the environment.
El medio ambiente. I want to help the environment. I often use my bike, not my car. What about you, Ashley?
Yes, I like cycling. And I also like recycling.
Recycling? ¿Y qué cosas reciclas?
I recycle paper, glass and food. For example, I'm going to recycle your biscuit.
That's not recycling. That's stealing. Eso es robar. Now, look at this question. Who can give Roland money to clean the river?
Who can give Roland money to clean the river?
Good evening. You okay?
Yes, thanks. We're working.
Would you like a drink? It's 6 o'clock.
We might have a drink soon.
Good idea. We've worked all day. The boss may decide to stop in a minute. Please?
Okay.
What do you do? What's your job?
We work for EnviroCorp. We're working on a project near here at the moment.
Oh, I see. Do you mean the factory by the river?
But that's right. It's been a difficult job, but we might finish tomorrow.
Oh, well, good luck. Of course, I've always been very environmentally conscious. You know, recycling, saving water, turning lights off.
I'm glad to hear it. The cardboard factory by the river isn't environmentally conscious. We may close it.
So, if I don't do what you want, you can close my factory?
Yes, we can close the factory down, Mr. Race, but we don't want to. However, we may help you with your recycling policy.
I don't want any help.
Roland, as my manager has said, we might make some changes.
I don't want any changes.
Mr. Race, at the moment, you're using 5% of recycled materials in your cardboard boxes.
That's right.
OK, you're using 5% of recycled materials and your factory is polluting the river. Why don't you let us help you?
Look, these changes cost money. I haven't got a lot of money, you know. I'm not a rich man.
That may be true, Mr. Race, but this is illegal. You have to change.
But I might go bankrupt.
How do you dispose of your cardboard waste, Mr. Race?
At the moment, you burn your waste. That creates carbon dioxide and adds to the greenhouse effect. If you recycle more of your waste, you might save the environment and save money. You may save £250,000 a year.
I can't just ask my bank manager for £250,000, you know.
No, Roland. Companies who recycle their waste can save £250,000 every year. You may save the environment.
250,000. So I win. And the environment wins, of course.
Exactly. Take this river, for example, Mr. Race. Your company may receive an environmental grant to clean it up. You know, money for you from the government.
A grant? So the government is going to give me money to clean the river?
It's possible, Roland. We might find some government money.
Money? In that case, let's go and have a cup of coffee.
No me fío de Roland Race.
I think you're right. Now, the question. Who can give Roland money to clean the river?
So the government is going to give me money to clean the river?
It's possible, Roland. We might find some government money.
That's right. The government, el gobierno, might give Roland some money.
Fíjate en cómo expresar posibilidad. Expressing possibility.
Expressing possibility. Watch.
Would you like a drink? It's 6 o'clock.
We might have a drink soon. You may save £250,000 a year.
So, if I don't do what you want, you can close my factory?
Yes, we can close the factory down, Mr. Race, but we don't want to.
Utilizamos can cuando hablamos de las distintas opciones posibles.
For example, we can close the factory, but we don't want to.
podemos cerrar la fábrica, pero no queremos hacerlo.
Y utilizamos may o might para hablar de acciones que es posible que ocurran.
For example, we may help you with your recycling policy. Podemos ayudarle con sus programas de reciclaje. Or, we might make some changes. Puede que hagamos algunos cambios. Nathan, have you got any holiday plans?
Not sure. I might go to the USA. I went there 2 years ago and it was great. Or I may stay in the UK. I haven't got a lot of money right now.
And you, Ashley, have you got any plans?
Yes, but I can't tell you now. What about going out tonight?
Tonight? OK, well, where do you want to go?
We can go to the pub or we can go out for dinner.
Yes, let's go out for dinner.
Let's continue with today's episode.
You need to know the words environmental policy, política medioambiental, and global warming, calentamiento global.
But first, the question. Has the factory changed since last year?
Has the factory changed since last year?
So I said to my accountant, if you can't save me a lot of money, I won't pay you.
Right.
This is good coffee. I like my coffee with a little milk and a lot of sugar. Now, how about a few biscuits? There are a few chocolate biscuits on the table. Can you go and find them?
I'll go.
I enjoy a few chocolate biscuits with my coffee. Anyway, I hope to retire soon. I've got a flat in Spain and a house in Scarborough. I hope to play a little golf and drink a lot of wine, or I could drink a little wine and play a lot of golf. Now, Nick, I don't want to change my recycling policy, but I do want a lot of government money, Nick.
But
I hope to receive a government grant with your help, and I hope to pay you a lot of money for your help, Nick.
Mr. Race, can I introduce you to Celia Stubbs?
Hello. I hope you don't mind. We were looking around your factory, Mr. Race.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I work for a newspaper. Mel is an old friend. She invited me to look around your factory. Your factory produces a lot of carbon emissions, and I'm concerned about your recycling policy.
Give me that.
You spoke to reporters last year. You said that you needed to make a few changes. You mentioned carbon emissions. You talked about a bit of pollution in the river.
Yes, well...
You said we hope to become the greenest company in Britain. Not much has changed. What are our readers going to think, Mr. Race?
Did you have a successful day?
Oh, yes. Roland Race is hoping to save the environment.
Well, we've got a very serious environmental policy at the hotel. We recycle a lot. We turn off the lights.
what are you doing, Ron?
These heaters are great.
Ron, why don't I explain a few things about global warming?
Oh dear. I don't think Ron really understands global warming.
No, those heaters, estufas, use a lot of energy. But I think there are a lot of things Ron doesn't understand. Do you remember the question? Has the factory changed since last year?
You said we hope to become the greenest company in Britain. Not much has changed. What are our readers going to think, Mr. Race?
So, no, the factory hasn't changed since last year.
Now, we saw people in the video expressing hope. Manifestar expectativas o ilusiones. Expressing hope. Watch.
You said we hope to become the greenest company in Britain.
Anyway, I hope to retire soon. I've got a flat in Spain and a house in Scarborough. I hope to play a little golf and drink a lot of wine, or I could drink a little wine and play a lot of golf.
¡Qué bandido!
Entonces, ¿qué expectativas tiene Roland Royce? What does he hope to do?
He hopes to retire soon.
Yes, and he hopes to drink a little wine and play a lot of golf. I hope to buy a new motorbike at the end of the year. What about you, Annabelle?
Oh, I hope to travel to Seville for my holidays next summer. I hope to see the sun.
That sounds good. Now, we also saw people expressing quantity. Expresar cantidad. Expressing quantity.
Watch.
I like my coffee with a little milk and a lot of sugar. I enjoy a few chocolate biscuits with my coffee. I hope to play a little golf and drink a lot of wine. Or I could drink a little wine and play a lot of golf.
You said that you needed to make a few changes. You mentioned carbon emissions. You talked about a bit of pollution in the river.
Roland enjoys a few biscuits, unas cuantas galletas, with his coffee. He likes coffee with a little milk, con un poco de leche, and a lot of sugar, y mucho azúcar.
We use a little, a bit of, a lot of, much, and not much with uncountable nouns, con sustantivos incontables.
I'd like a little water. There's a bit of chocolate. There's a lot of sugar. There isn't much butter.
We use a few, a lot of, and not many with countable nouns, con sustantivos contables.
I've got a few apples. There are a lot of oranges. There aren't many biscuits.
Well, that's it for today. But before we go, let's ask a few people on the street this question. What do you do to help the environment? ¿Qué haces para cuidar al medio ambiente?
I try to recycle as much as possible.
We recycle. We use bikes, not cars.
I try to turn lights off all the time in the house.
I try to think of when I buy stuff to see that they're not environmentally bad in any way.
I think people are more conscious about the environment nowadays.
Yes, definitely. People turn off lights, use bikes, not cars, and recycle.
Yes, they recycle. Me too. I recycle food.
Oh, Ashley!
I'm recycling.
All right, OK. That's all we have time for today. See you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.